Since 2019, offices of the Independent National Electoral Commission, Inec, across the country have been soft targets for hoodlums. This has caught the attention of Parliament, and with the general elections just around the corner, the House of Representatives has set up a committee to investigate the matter to forestall further attacks.
The offices were destroyed nationwide during protests. Some of the protests have nothing to do with elections, or by the activities of Boko Haram or bandits or unknown gunmen. So these attacks cannot be attributed in the main to election violence.
If the suspect involved belong to a particular camp, maybe the governor is in charge of that state and some of his followers were arrested, you see a lot of pressure coming to us, pressure for release, for bail. Even when we deny bail, we charge to court. They go to the court and find a way and release their members.
According to statistics from the Electoral Umpire, from 2019 till date, 50 incidents of attacks on Inec officers have been recorded in 15 states. The breakdown shows that in 2019, 8 incidents from 4 states were recorded. The attacks on Inec officers hit an all-time high in 2020 following the NSAS protests, as 22 incidents from 9 states were recorded. In 2021, 12 incidents in 7 states, while 2022 has so far recorded 8 incidents in 5 states. They are Ogun, Osun, Imo, Ebonyi and Enugu states. While the Inec data attributes the incidents to hoodlums and unknown gunmen, the police say fingers point to secessionist agitators in the southeast and south-south.
And then the security guards that were employed as Inec are unarmed.
The Inec chairman is concerned that the 2023 general elections may be affected.
Should such attacks continue at the pace at which they are happening at the moment, the Commission may find it increasingly difficult to recover in good time for the election. If it's about stopping the attacks, yes, we can recover. But if the attacks continue, it will be very difficult for the Commission to recover.
Meanwhile, lawmakers are concerned that the attacks on Inec officers have continued because those arrested have not been prosecuted. They turn to the Office of the Attorney General, which is saddled with the responsibility of prosecution, and are shocked by what they hear.
As far as the office is concerned, we have not formally received any request for prosecution on that one. That is the content of our letter. But however, as soon as we receive, like all other prosecutions that are ongoing on.
The prosecution that are ongoing?
Yes.
From which quarters did you receive
we normally receive reports.
Is it from Inec? Is it from police?
DSS.
Is it from
DSS.
How many?
There are many. I cannot give the figure exactly, but they are ongoing.
And this ongoing one, are they related to the burning of Inec offices?
Of course, yes. Some of them are related. Yes.
No, you are contradicting yourself. You said you have.
No, I'm not trying to contradict. I'm just saying that.
This is your.
Yes,
submission.
exactly.
Yes. It's your submission. Exactly. You agree with it.
Exactly.
Thank you. I am further directed to inform you that the request referred above this office is yet to receive any communication on the investigation reports from Office of the Independent National Electoral Commission or any security agencies that investigated the alleged attacks on the...
Yes.
The electoral body on its part says it will continue to collaborate with security agencies, especially the Nigeria Civil Defense Corps, for improved protection of its facilities. Terry Ikumi, Channels Television News.
All right, welcome back. Well, just talking about some preparations for elections. We're joined now by Professor Sylvia Agu, who is the resident electoral commissioner for Inec in Imo State. She joins us virtually. Good morning, Prof, and thank you for joining us on the program today. So at the moment, could you tell us what is the current situation now for Inec? Because several reports, even as well as activities from security agencies concerning those who were said to be responsible for raising some of Inec offices in the state. What is the current situation as things stand now? All right, I think we Well, Prof, we can't get your your sound on. We seem to have lost it, but we'll get that back in just a moment and bring you back on to speak on some of those. But yeah, she was just speaking about some of the success stories from security agencies about the commission. But we will get that addressed in just a moment. Prof, can you hear me now? Prof, can you hear me now? Prof, can you hear me now?
I can hear you very well. Audible, audible.
How about now? Is it better?
Can you hear me?
How about now? Is it better?
It's better now.
All right, go ahead. You were making a point about. All right, go ahead. You were making a point the current situation is.
That the situation now is that Imo is stable because of the recent arrests of some of these miscreants, these elements were arrested and then some were gone down. So Imo is stable now. Imo State, we are stable now compared to few weeks ago. You know, between 1st December and 12th December, we had 3 attacks. But by the grace of God, with the apprehension of these men and then gunning down on some of them, Imo is stable by God's grace.
Do you now have confidence that you will be able to conduct the elections without any fear? Because just a few days ago, you've talked about a number of attacks you've had in the last 3 months. A few days ago, we understood that EC local government area was also attacked, as the Inec office there was also attacked again. Are you confident that going forward, your offices in Imo State will not suffer any further attacks?
We trust God. We trust God. Yes, by the grace of God. We are very confident, trusting God. Because the security men, I had a meeting with stakeholders 2 days ago. And then they gave us assurance that they are on board. They are really working to nip the problem on the board. So we trust God that there will be no further attack.
Well, Professor, some people will say that while trusting God is important, there needs to be a more, will I say, concrete action on the ground. What sort of assurances have you received from security, from the security men? Because some people will say that, you know, first time is a fluke, second time, I don't know what to say it will be. We've seen a number of attacks. Are they promising that there will be security around the perimeter? Are they promising that there will be, you know, through the night, will I say, security presence at all your local government offices? What precisely are they planning to do differently from what they have been doing where these attacks have been successful?
The security men have been deployed, stationed in those areas. Like in the headquarters, we have them, both the security, the army, and the civil defense, DSS. They have been stationed in our headquarters. In the various local governments, we are using the vigilante groups. We are using the Ebubago groups too. So we have 100% assurance from the security men, not just giving us the assurance, they are already on ground.
There was some damage, you know, the Inec headquarters in Imo State, even though security agents were able to repel the attack, and in the process, they also, you know, lost one of their personnel. They also took down some of the arsonists, the people who tried to attack, and they arrested a few of them. But some significant damage was done to the building and at least one other office, which we saw in the visuals. How disruptive did you find the destruction that happened in your headquarters?
For that particular building, it's a building housing election monitoring party, EPM, housing security, then transport office, and then a section of the accounts building. It's very destructive, but we thank God because it did not affect our sensitive materials.
How is that affecting the operations? I mean, accounts, these are important offices. I imagine that that's where the finances for INEC workers in Imo State are taken care of, etc. You know, you talked about security, that's where they also would stay. How is this affecting the logistics, the welfare of members of staff, and even of the security agents who have been assigned to you?
It's really not enormous. Why do I say that? Because we have a backup for the account section. Then for the transport office, we don't have much there. What we have there, pieces of furniture. For the EPM office, we have a backup. So all those things that got burnt, we have backup. For the security office, nothing serious. INEC, we are aware that we are vulnerable. And because of that, we normally create backups in case of this type of incident. So that when it happens, we always lay hand on our backup.
So what can you tell us about the current distribution of the PVCs? Are people coming up to pick up their PVCs? Is anything affected with that?
Overwhelming turnouts. We receive overwhelming reports on a daily basis because we are working around the clock. They start at 8 a.m., ends at 3 p.m. But I've even told them to stay till 5 p.m. And we even work on Saturdays and Sundays. And we are having overwhelming turnout of people coming to pick their PVCs. So we mounted the groups in all those areas that are prone to attack. So we have the vigilante groups there. We have the police deployed there, stationed there. You wouldn't notice them. We can't sell our ideas to the public. But what I know is that we are really, INEC is ready and we are working very hard around the clock to ensure that 2023 becomes a reality. So
in those offices that were burnt, how is the distribution going on? Did you move to another location or are they still going to pick up their PVCs in that particular office?
We don't even distribute PVCs in those offices. That's why I told that those offices that were burnt, we are not where we have our sensitive materials or even non-sensitive materials. It's just personal offices that were burnt.
Okay, so when you say the commission is ready, what is the latest development now concerning, remember the controversy that ensued about the local government areas, the quote-unquote Omuma magic? What is the situation now?
Headquarters is taking care of that. The investigation is ongoing.
So the community...
Did I get you well? Did I hear your question? Did I answer your question?
Yeah, well, when you say the headquarters is taking care of it, does it mean that all of that list, nothing will be done, no PVCs will be distributed for those affected local government areas until headquarters finishes the investigation? I told you
that our PVCs were not affected.
No. I'm talking about the Omoma local government area that you say headquarters is taking care of. Does it mean that no PVCs will be distributed in that local government?
Okay, I didn't get you well. The Omoma that the PVCs are being distributed in all the 27 local governments in Imo State. I didn't get your question very well.
Okay, so does it also, wait, I thought that if headquarters says they're taking care of it, they will stay action until all of those things are cleared off, and then the public can then be assured that everything is clean and clear. So you're distributing while...
Your first question very well. We have resolved Omuma issue. It has been taken care of. And we have cleaned up the records.
Oh, okay. I thought you said headquarters is taking care of it, meaning they're still on that matter.
Well. I didn't get that question very well. For the Omuma magic, it has been resolved. We have cleaned the records. We have to even do it manually for us to get the duplications, the multiplications sent to Abuja, and then it has been cleaned.
So for those who made that happen, when you say it has been cleaned, so those who did what they did, what is the current situation with them now?
I don't think it's anybody's fault. Nobody did anything. It's a machine error, which was clean. You see some names appearing twice, duplications. So it's not somebody. Okay, I want to give you an example. Some people that registered in 2011 came back and registered again. Their names appeared twice. So we have to manually identify those names, forward to headquarters, and the headquarters cleaned up those names and brought out a clean record. So it wasn't a deliberate act that anybody went and did it, people were accused. No. Because what we discovered is that these people registered twice. And what we have to do is to do a cleanup.
But why is it in that local government that the figures almost tripled? If they registered twice, it was very significant.
This thing that you are saying that it's not true. It's not true.
Which part of
because
it is not true? Yeah.
It's all over. It's not only in Amoma, but it's like they want to hype it. The way they are going about it is not how it looks. Because we have to go through our records. What we have duplications of names. Even that 1904 that people were talking about, it went viral in the media. It's not true.
So how have you been able to assure the residents? Because remember, concerning your appointment, there was a lot of protests, and some of them were saying that you were a member of the APC, you're very close related or connection with the governor, and some of them were not happy. How are you assuring them that you will be an unbiased umpire?
I'm not in any political party. That I'm related to somebody does not depict that I am in any political party, or that I'm not going to be neutral. No. People that know my antecedents, that know me, know what I can do. By the grace of God, what I will do, like I said, Inec is prepared to conduct a free, fair, and credible election, a seamless exercise. And I have identified with that, and I'm working with that. I'm not in any. I have nothing to do with the governor. Ever since I came, you can even ask those working with me. I know how I have been treating issues, and I've told them that I don't want to see any political party in my office discussing anything else about election. No, that is why I said I don't want to receive their gifts, so that I can do my work and do it. I can be on a neutral ground and do my work.
So have you had or have you scheduling any meeting with all these political parties to tell them this if it hasn't happened already?
I had a stakeholders meeting 2 days ago, and they were there. Yesterday, 12 of them visited my office. I gave them audience, despite the fact that there was no court, that it wasn't scheduled. That particular show was not scheduled, but I had to give them the audience because they had a problem and they came to me, and I told them what to do. We have to follow the procedure.
I know that during the last election, there were questions about recruitment of the ad hoc staffs, all sorts of allegations. So how are you approaching recruitment of ad hoc staffs for these elections now?
Thank God they registered online. It's online registration. I don't even know who you are. We started training yesterday. We did state training yesterday. Today we are embarking on local government training. After training, those that will train the ad hoc staff that will recruit. And they will be the one to help me to do the selection because I don't even know who to select. They all applied online. I don't know who is who.
So as things stand now, you are telling residents in our first, you started out saying distribution of permanent voter cards is ongoing. You've told your staff they should work up until 5 p.m.
As we are speaking now, they have started work.
In all the
8 a.m. every day, including Saturdays and Sundays.
Okay. All right. So, do you have what kind of challenge is the commission facing concerning those who have transferred from one location to the other to pick up their PVCs? Is that also going on smoothly?
It's going on smoothly, yes. It's good because we had to print out their names so that you know where you have all the transfers and the updates we received from commission. That's from the headquarters. The other day I had a meeting with my electoral officers and they said that they don't have any problem. If there's any problem, we have a form that you fill and we forward same to headquarters. We have incident form.
I'm sorry, did you say you have incident form?
Yeah, we have incident form, yes. We have complaint form too. You fill them and send to us. Once we fill it, we upload online. We solve these problems online. Let me tell you, Inec is no longer business as usual. Don't you know about this new method, the Beavers method? Beavers is a game changer. You cannot manipulate Beavers like that. You can't manipulate. I don't think you can manipulate Beavers. It's a new device. And we are teaching this our people, like the training I declared open yesterday, was to teach them on how to use the use of Beavers. And they will go and teach the local government today, and then they will extend it to the adult staff when the time comes. Once we commence training, we are training those who will train the adult staff, because it's a new technology. Inec is ready to deliver on the mandate, so it's no longer business as usual.
All right, there are more questions coming from my colleagues. Just hold on a minute. Go ahead, guys.
Yes, Professor Agu, I'd like you to still talk to us a bit more about the Omuma magic. The opposition party in Imo State.
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me? Confirm that you can hear me. Hello?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, I'd like you to still talk a bit more about the Omuma magic. The opposition party in Imo State is asking how the CUPP got wind of that register in the first place. That was before Inec was done with the cleanup of the register. So they're asking, I'd like you to tell us how, that register got out in the first place. Also, just about some weeks ago, the CUPP has raised fresh allegations yet again about the register. They are saying there are fake registrations by way of underage voter, multiple registration with one identity registration of dead or foreign persons. Is this part of what you clarifying that has been cleaned up? Because this is coming after the initial alarm that they raised about the Omuma magic.
I assumed duty on 9th of November 2022. When I assumed duty, I didn't meet. I just saw that thing online. That is in the media, social media. By the time I assumed duty, everything has been taken care of. So I did not meet that Omuma magic. I just saw it. And even when I assumed duty, and I called the admin cell to find out probe more further on the issue of Omuma magic. And that Omuma magic, it never existed. I don't know about it very well because I didn't meet it on ground. What I met on ground was a clean record.
But the CUPP held copies at that conference, at that press conference. The CUPP held copies of that register, and it was not just about duplications, as you say. They also identified names, strange to what you would normally find in the locality where they identified that Omuma magic in Imo State. So it's a bit more than the duplications that you talk about. And this recent one, dated 21st of November, is talking about strange names of foreigners and dead people.
That's why I'm telling you that they even brought this to my notice. I forwarded to Abuja, but we discovered that some of these things were not in existence in our own record. I don't know where they derive what they're using. But what I met on ground is what I'm saying. Do you hear me?
All right. So since you say that you have stakeholders meeting and whatever complaint anybody has, your doors will be open, they will come to you. So we'll be expecting that if they have any further allegations, you might as well just bring them on and clarify those issues so that they will know that the quote-unquote alleged Omuma magic, as you say, the register is clean. So we'll be keeping focus on that to ensure that it is as you say it is. But we do thank you for talking to us this morning, Professor Sylvia, who is a rec for Imo State.